So thank you guys for being on the show, Youth Arena. Yeah, during the week I did have time, a whole lot of time. I didn't have much to do, so I had time to go through Mr. Achebe's book, Things Fall Apart. And there's difference between reading to pass exam and reading for your own consumption. Okay, so I've read Things Fall Apart before now, but I didn't read it the way I read it during the week. So during the week, I read Things Fall Apart, and I got to realize that Mr. Achebe was 26 years old when he wrote Things Fall Apart. How amazing! He's 26 years old, and to realize how old he was and the inspiration behind the book, Things Fall Apart. Which brings us to today's topic of discourse: educational decline amongst Nigerian youth. Then it begs the question: what happened to our educational sectors, especially the youth, which are majority of the youth are so disinterested nowadays? We now live in a generation of youth that can't even swing words together to form a simple sentence. So is it that indeed things has fallen apart? Mr. Humphrey.
Well, Mr. Chinua Achebe indeed was a very, very good and proficient author. And it's not as if we don't have the likes of Chinua Achebe in our present day society. We have the likes of Chinua Achebe. But still, the fact remains that indeed, the educational system of Nigeria has really, really declined. So that is a fact. It has declined. So, and I believe there are a lot of factors that have actually contributed to the decline of this educational system of our country. So, if I must say, I think one of the major factors, it's not as if some youth are not interested in learning, they are not interested in education, but there are some special factors that has actually led to the decline of education. One of the major factors for me, is, I think, poor funding in the educational sector. Poor funding from the government. Yes, you see, the issue of poor funding is one major issue that has, bedeviled the educational sector of Nigeria. And it has, in turn, giving birth to other sub-factors like, I think, unavailability of qualified teachers in schools. Unavailability of qualified teachers. You see, and this is majorly because of poor remuneration due to the poor funding. So there's poor remuneration and incentives for teachers. So as a result, a lot of qualified people no longer want to take up teaching jobs. People who have undergone the necessary trainings to become qualified teachers, they no longer want to take up teaching jobs. So they now prefer to take up jobs in other sectors with better remunerations and incentives rather than being in the classroom impacting lives. So you discover that the people that are left to take up the teaching jobs most times are not really qualified. And on top of that, there is no dedication or passion for the job. So I think for me, this is one of the major issues, poor funding of the educational sector. Because most time when our people go outside of Nigeria to study, they always come out in flying colors. So that now brings about the question: is it that we are not ready to learn here? We are ready to learn, but the system is not there. The atmosphere is not there for learning. So I think this is my take on that.
Oh, thank you, Humphrey. So, Preston, is it a system issue like Humphrey has stated?
Yes, I agree with him totally. There is also another aspect to it, which I think is most contemporary. The economic issue. Like now, those days when we're growing up, parents want to compare those. Go and see that man's children. They are in school. This one is in university. This one is this one is that. But now, if you want to compare, parents will say, go and see that man's child has built house. So the emphasis now is on wealth, money, and that is why you see youth now. Once somebody is able, in fact, they don't even know whether there is primary school or they want to make money and they go into street hustling, what they call Yahoo. So that one has drastically brought down the interest of youth in education. Education is no longer using. When we were growing up, we were that time I would sneak in to go and steal my uncle's book. He's a lawyer now. I want to read them. But now, people are after money. Well, you even see where parents buy laptop for their children to do Yahoo Yahoo. So this the center focus now is on money, and this is from the fact that Nigeria economic is bad. It's bad. So people want to feed for themselves. People who go to school, you go to school from primary, secondary to university. After university, you have no job, and that same person will retire to the parents, and the parents begin to feed him. If you were such parent. So those things are things we need to look at, because the way I'm seeing it, there is danger. If we continue like this, in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, this country will be a mess. What use? You have large population of youth that have low esteem, because that is what education will bring to you. If you have no education, even when you have money, you get to a place where you have low esteem. That is why you see some of people will travel and say, you see a PhD holder will go to Canada and be doing caregiver also, and then there's some cleaner in the hospital, because we have lost it. We have lost it. Poverty is too much on our society, in our country. So people now focus on making money than going to education. Like I had a discussion with a conductor, an underage conductor, and I asked, why are you not in school? Say, bros, forget school. Who school help? Say, now people want to get money, now they know who go school. That if he grow, he can buy a ticket. So people now believe that money can buy everything. Our center focus now is on money. That is why you see that education is falling. If government does not take action in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, there is a danger. There's a danger.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Oba Omeka Petra.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, all you are saying is very, very correct. When you mentioned Anikebe, when he was 36 years before that thing fall apart, you are very correct. The condition of Nigeria was not like this. People who were in the local government council, they were not very well educated. They did better than the people who are in the university today. They are after their pocket. That is why you see really things are falling apart. Now educated people finish university. Many people are 70 years. For example, my age 70 years now. So my children are supposed to be coming to my house to start money for me when I am a pensioner. For federal government for past many years have not been paid. Then you go to school, you get certificate, you have nothing to do with it. Who is that cost? Is it not government? And people are saying all these children who are struggling to survive, you cannot blame them. How can somebody finish university for past 5, 7, 8 years? You don't get a job. People who do not go to school, they are using them for government jobs. Who is at fault? Please help us to find out who is at fault. Who finish university and who does not get money. Work. Who don't put them for work. Government, they know what they are doing. If you are not belong to them, you cannot help you in the job. Thank you. I will come back if I have any other thing to say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So who is at fault? Is it people that don't want to be educated, or the government?
You see, you're asking me. You see, the government is at fault. The government have lost hope and confidence in the society, that even after school, they are still going to continue strongly.
Mr. Humphrey, I asked you a question. I
Yes.
said, is it education not a gift that we should give to ourselves rather than considering employment? And we've got another call. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is the chief commander of my own arm.
Okay, good morning.
You see, our country, we get about 40 days. Our country, just like say, everybody is doing things of his own. In our country, your education, you go through for your society. But for my country here, education is to loot, to take strategy. There is a day do anything for our country here. Engineers man go come If bicycle, common bicycle is between the engineer, he graduated. God bless the doctors and the lawyers there. The lawyers, they protect the citizen, the common citizen. That's why I get human rights activists and the rest. But our own for here, we get at the day to we don't help us.
Yeah, you see, education, like you said, should be considered a gift. But now, the thing is, what is the motivation there? Is the incentive? Is the incentive there? Now, the motivation is not there. Just like our callers has been saying. Now, you go to school, you graduate, there's no job. Fine, that is one aspect. And again, education is broader than just going to school. I think people are beginning to understand that education is beyond school. People are beginning to understand that the school kind of education will not actually make you, the level of success you are looking for in life. So the education after school is what will guarantee your success. Now, if you must become successful in life, because people are saying one of the problems why people don't appreciate education in our present day society is because of the fact that when you come out from school, there is no guaranteed job for you. So even when you get a job, the pay is not even enough. Train yourself, learn how to become rich. You have to learn, other things other than what you are taught in school. In becoming rich, you have to be able to produce a product or service. You understand? So these are the aspects people need to work on. Now, if you are tossing aside the school kind of education, then you have to be ready to also embrace the self-education. In fact, that is what will actually give you that level of success you want in life.
I think government should review policy on education. Education need to be more juicy. Let me use that word. We need to bring in motivation. We need to look at it holistically on how to revamp the education institutions in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much, Preston. Thank you, Humphrey, for joining us on Youth Arena. Yeah, the phone lines are still buzzing, but we can no longer take our time fast spent. For those that called in and everybody that listen at home, we don't take you guys for granted. We appreciate you guys always. We do this again on Saturday, same time, same channel. But before I go, this is an advice for the youth. Please, you guys should take it easy with the Christmas rush and everything. It's supposed to be Christ's birthday. We don't want it turning into Christmassy. You guys have a lovely weekend. See you guys next Saturday. Bye-bye.